Hi everyone, in this video we are going to solve a particular problem which is totally based on the concept of continuous of a functions at a point. Let's write the question first. The question is find the value of the find p when the function is given here f of x is given in piecewise form. It is the piecewise function and it is defined is 4 raised to the power x minus 1 and whole raised to the power 3 and it is divided by sine x over p times log 1 plus x square over 3. This is very lengthy questions, looks like very lengthy questions, and at this situation the value of the x should not be equals to 0, and this functional value is only valid when the x does not equals to 0, and it is also defined in the next case. It is defined the f of x as the value 2 log 4 log of 4 to the power 3 and the condition is for the value of the x at a point 0. This is the question here. The question is find the value of the p if the function f of x and given that it is continuous at the point x is equals to 0. Given that this function is continuous at the point x is equals to 0. Let's solve this particular problem by using the concept of uh, continuity of the functions at the point. At the given that this function f of x is continuous at the point x is equals to 0, so the left hand limit, right hand limit, left hand limit should be equals to the right hand limit of that function, and this these two should be equals to the function value at that point, and here the point is x is equal to 0, so the function value f of 0. They all three should be equals for the functions to be continuous, and here the given that this function is continuous, so we can write this. Let's calculate the left hand limit, right hand limit, and the functional value for this function. Let's calculate the limiting value first. Here the left hand limit and the right hand limit. Here at the exact point x is equal to 0, it is defined 12 log of 4 to the power cube to the power 3. It is defined. But other cases in the less than 0, for the cases less than 0 and greater than 0 of the values of the x, it is defined by this way. It is defined by the first way. So here no need to calculate the separate value of left hand limit and right hand limit, because the same function is used for the both the cases. Left hand limit means less than for less than 0, and right hand limit means for greater than 0, and this for less than 0 and for greater than 0 the functional value is the same, this functional value. So no need to calculate the left hand limit and the right hand limit separately. The limiting value just limiting value is the same as the both the left hand limit and the right hand limit in this case. Here this first function is for the value of the x not equals to 0. This means for value of the x less than 0 and for values of the x greater than 0. This is the same functions for the two conditions. So let's first calculate the limiting value. And then we will calculate the functional value also. Limiting value, here the limit of the function f of x, and here the approaching point is x approaches to the point 0. Let's substitute the value here. Let's substituting the value. Limit of the function is here defined into the two cases. Here we are approaching this point 0. We are approaching, not here we are not using the exact value of the x is equals to 0. We are approaching this 0. Let's, and the function value is this first conditions here. This is valid, the f of x is this only valid if the value of the x does not equals to 0, and here is the same case. X tends to 0 means the value of the x is not exact 0, so we have to select these first functions. Let's write these functions, and the function is 4 to the power x minus 1 whole cube over sine x over p, sine of x over p, it is the angle part, times log 1 plus x square over 3. This is the function, and here we are approaching the 0, so limit x tends to 0. Let's calculate the limiting value of this function. Let's solve this. Let me write here. This expression is shifted here. Let's simplify this expression. And this can be written, and we know that by the property of the limit here, in the division form we can distribute the limit for both numerator and denominator functions separately. So limit, we can write limit 4 to the power x minus 1, this is raised to the power 3, and here the x approaches to 0. Here we are going to distribute this limit, whole limit, for the both numerator and denominator separately, and the limit of the denominator function is here sine x over phi times log 1 plus x square over 3, and here we are approaching the 0. Here in this step we just distribute the overall limit to both numerator and denominator functions. This is the by the property of the limit. Let's calculate the limiting value of the numerator functions and denominator functions. And here in this is the part x tends to 0. This is the part of this previous one, x tends to 0. Let's calculate this function or this limiting value. Here in numerator we can see here is a form looks like, let's do the some modifications here. 4 to the power x minus 1, let's divide this by x, let's divide this number on this term by x, and here it is raised to the power q, here we divide by x cube, so we have to multiply by x cube, and here the x tends to 0. Here in numerator we just divide the denominator by x cube, divide the numerator by x cube, and for balancing we multiply by the x cube. Let's do the modifications on the denominator functions also. Limit, here the sine x over phi times log 1 plus x square over 3, and here the x approaches to 0. Let's do the sum simply. The benefits of this, here the we and we already know the some properties of the limit. Let's recall that properties. The limit of the function which is raised to the power some power, then it can be written as, we can write limit of that function, the function is 4 to the power x minus 1 over x. We can use here the power law of power properties of the limit, and this can be written as first we calculate the limiting value of these functions and then we give the same power 3 here times here the limit approaches to 0 times this x cube, and this x cube can be written as the two factors, one is x and another is x square, and if we divide here by p and then we have to multiply by p also. Here I am going to do some modifications on these expressions. Here we just divide by p, and for balancing we multiply by p, and the denominator is here limit sine x over phi, sine of x over phi times log 1 plus x square over 3, and here the limit approaches to 0. Let's solve. Here in this step we use the power law of the limit. Here the whole power, the limit is calculating the power of these functions, but here we can do first limit calculations and then giving the power. It is the same, it is by the property of the limit here. And in this inside this square bracket, here is a very beautiful form. This is the formula of ln of 4. We have the formula when the variable x approaches to 0, then a raised to the power x minus 1 over x gives ln of a. Here we use the same concept, and this is here raised to the power 3 times here. Let's collecting these terms, let's shift this expression x over p to the denominator and only writing the x square p on the numerator, and this is here equals to limit x approaches to 0 sine x over p. Here I am going to shift this x over p to the denominator of this sine functions. We can write by the concept of fractions, and here the x over p is shifted to the denominator of this sine functions, because we have the formula on the limit of the trigonometric functions. And this can be written as here the log 1 plus x square over 3. Let's solve this, and this is equals to here in numerator ln of 4, it is raised to the power 3, and here the extra is p here comes. Let's put the p in front of it, is the constant number we can put, and here limit x approaches to 0, only x square remains here in numerator, and it is divided by in the denominator this form sine x over p over sine x over v. This form has the value 1, so 1 times we have the formula of the limit of the trigonometric functions, then we use the here 1 times the limit of the remaining functions log 1 plus x square over 3 when the x approaches to 0. Here we just use the formula of limit when the theta approaches to 0, sine theta over theta gives the value 1. Please memorize this formula, and the theta is measured in here radian measurement. Let's simplify it. P times ln of 4 to the power cube times the limit of this x square. Let's shift this x square to the denominator of this logarithm functions, and let's after shifting I'm going to shift this x square to the denominator of these functions, and limit x approaches to 0 log 1 plus x square by 3. Here I am shifting this x square to the denominator of this logarithm functions. This is x square. Here we just shift this x square present in numerator to the denominator, here we can use by the methods of fraction, and this is equals to p times ln 4, it is cubed here, and it is divided by, here in denominator we can write limit, we can write this here, the limit x approaches to 0, this 1 over x square goes to the power by the power law of the logarithm. This can be written log of 1 plus x square over 3 to the power 1 over x square. Here we just use the power law of logarithm function, that is n times log of a is equals to the log of a to the power n. Here we use the same case. Let's simplify. P times ln of 4, it is, here the p is not whole, p times ln of 4 to the power 3 over, and here let's do the simplifications here on this denominator functions. This can be written the log of the log of the limit of the functions. We can use the here the property of the logarithm. X approaches to 0, 1 plus x square over 3 to the power 1 over x square. Here we just use the property of the limit. The limit of logarithm functions is the same as the log of the limit of the functions. Here we use just the property. I already discussed about the some properties, very important properties of the limit in the first video. I will share the link of that video on the description, then you will be very clear. And let's write p times ln of 4 to the power 3 over, here in denominator log, and here is the form. This is the definitions of this looks like the definitions of the Euler number E. Here this is the Euler number, but here is the some extra part here, 3 is divided, so we have to multiply, we have to put the power of E such that it is the coefficient of this x square, and here the coefficient of the x square is just 1 over 3. Here we put the number 1 over 3, which is the coefficient of x square, to the power of E. Here the E is the Euler number. It is by the definitions of the Euler number, and this can be further written p ln of 4 to the power q over, and this can be written as 1 over 3. Here the log of E gives ln of E gives the value 1, so 1 over 3 in denominator, and this can be written as 3 times p log of 4 to the power q. Here we calculate the limiting value as the 3p log of 4 q. This is very lengthy questions. Let's solve in the next page. And here the given conditions is also given that here this function, the given function, this is the function, this function is continuous at the point. For the continuous functions, the limiting value should be equals to the functional value. Let's calculate the functional value. At the functional value, f of 0 is here, f of 0 at the point 0, the functional value is here 12 times log of 4 raised to the power 3. This is the functional value, and here we calculate the limiting value. The limiting value is here we calculate the limiting value as the 3p. Let's write this limiting value 3p times log of 4 to the power 3. Let's use the concept of the continuous of the functions. Using the continuity of the functions, the limiting value should be equals to the functional value. So we can equate 3p log of 4 to the power q is equals to 12 times log of 4 to the power q. Here we just use the concept of definition of definition of the continuity of the function. Continuity of a function set a point. The limiting value should be equal to the functional value. Here we just use that concept. Let's simplify this. Log of 4 to the power cube, it is present on the right both sides, so we can cancel it out. Therefore the 3p is equals to here 12. This implies the value of the p is here calculated as 4. Finally we calculate the value of the p. Finally we calculate the value of the p is a 4. This is our target. We finally calculate the required value of the p. This is the question. Very lengthy questions. Here we use the many concept of limit and some properties, some definitions. Here we use. Here we first calculate the limiting value by using some properties and some formula. Here we finally got the limiting value is this, and here in this page, in the next page, we calculate the functional value at the point x is equals to 0, and here by the equations at a point x is equals to 0, the functional value is this, so we write here in this, and limiting value is here calculated as a this. And by using the concept of the continuity of the functions, the both the limiting value and the functional value should be the same, so we do here, and then finally we have got here the value of the p is a 4. This is the way of solving this particular problem. It is very lengthy and very complicated one. Here we use so many concepts of logarithms and limiting value and some properties of the limits. So you can visit our previous video on the topic the some properties of a limit, and then you will be very clear about this particular problem. Here we use the many properties of the limit of the function. This much for today. Please keep watching. Thank you.